Okay, we should be live. Just checking everything. Should be good. Oh, Lord, I don't even have it. Oh, Jesus, here we go. Well, it should be live. We should be live. We're going to do... Let me just make sure everything's good.
We are.
We are live? Okay. I'm trying to find it on the...
We're live.
We're live?
Hi,
okay,
people.
good. Hi, people. We're back. I told you we flipped the script. And we are back to talk about GAC and sitting our GAC defense. Joining me, I've got the troll extraordinaire, Dr. Finn Medicine Woman.
I'm still eating.
He's still eating his tater tots. Okay. Also joining us, who's not eating tater tots, is Grim the Mechanic.
Hi, I'm eating water.
Okay, yeah, I'm eating a lot of water too. So there you go. So hey everybody in chat, welcome. We just flipped over
Eating
from the
water means you're eating ice.
Yeah, I mean technically.
Because otherwise you're drinking water.
Yeah,
You drink
yeah.
it more than you eat solid.
Yeah.
Listen, Sheldon, just chill.
Oh God, McVenom showed up. The lovely McVenom's here. Hi, McVenom.
Yeah. Hello, dear. How
Hi,
are
girl. Oh, good. McVenom has showed up. My nipples are hard. They're as hard as a little girl.
I like that.
Oh, that's right. I shall talk like this the whole way because it makes...
That's the only way to enter a stream right there.
I know. It excites McVenom. I will talk like this the rest of the time for her pleasure.
Nipples hard and pickles out?
That's right. Whip out your pickles. I want to see the size of your
my
pickles.
gosh. Is this lunch or like?
No, this is
Saturday
the
night?
special. This is the special.
It's a little of both.
Yeah, it's a little bit of both.
Oh,
That's
gotcha.
right. So we're here to do. We're going to set our GAC defense.
GAC.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're doing GAC, so we're going to talk about it now. Me and Finn have been talking about an evil plan, McVenom. An evil plan.
Oh no.
But we can't do it because the teams that I'm facing I would be silly not. I was going to do a certain setup, and we're going to save it as a strategy. We'll get the skewers later on, but I'm going to go with the more traditional strategy because I scout out my opponents. Their Darth Revan's are nowhere near mine, speed wise, gear wise, anything like that. Something's short on that for somebody there. So we're going to talk about why we're placing the teams on defense, where we're placing them, why we're doing it, what's the strategy involved, right? And gives you get some good ideas for what you can do on your defense. So let's talk about it. Now, I am in Division 1. I am facing people with higher GP than me. It doesn't matter. You guys have all seen my teams. Put a lot of pride and effort in my setup here. And I will leave this. The good thing about what I will put on defense is that I will leave it here. I like to leave it on defense. I'll never change it. I'll make a change here and there. But typically, most of these teams will stay the same. So we can get a good understanding of what's working, what's not for you guys. We want to help the skewers. Right, we want to help the skewers out there that are watching, so they can see, what's happening, what's working, so they can make their GAC go better. So let's talk about the strategy here. So in the north, we got to put Darth Revan down. It's just what we got to do. So we'll put our Sith Empire team down on defense. I looked at all their teams, and they just no. Just no. So we'll do this. And we'll put the standard team. I am working on, you can see my Marauders. I guess got to gear him. I'm kind of in a standby mode because I think CG's about to drop some stupid on us. And I'm hoarding all my gear and stuff. Hey! Minato says, keep first order for offense. No! Not keeping first order. I've got Emperor Palpatine for the damn Karth team and stuff, so. Alright. So, we're going to switch things up a little bit here, but we're going to put Darth Revan on defense. If you've got the team, and especially if it outspeeds your team, you got to do a little scouting, guys. Remember, scouting your opponents is really good. But if your Darth Revan's better than theirs, put it down. It's always a plus to do it that way. Now, typically what I would put up with like some first order, some other stuff there. I'm switching it up a little bit with this GAC. Make it a little bit difficult for them to get points. So I want to start down south. Now, typically what I would do here is I always put Nine Sisters in the back. I don't want to do that anymore because I now have, I don't know if you know this, McVenom, but thank you for the donation for Takagi. I'm going to put him on defense. Minato. I thank you for your suggestion, sir. Chaos 13 question, what if my opponent doesn't have Darth Revan and you have Darth Revan? Definitely put that butthole down. He's really not going to get through that. I want to do something a little bit. It's going to be part of our evil plan. We're going to go Night Sisters here, and we're going to put them up front. My Night Sisters have gotten vastly better. I've got a Gear 13 DACA. We're going to go Zombie and Spirit. We're going to put them up front. I want to try to force them to use which team? Treya. Because I've got a nice little surprise for them in the back when all is said and done. So we're going to put the lovely Night Sisters down in the South as our first team in the South. All right? Why am I putting the Night Sisters there? Because in the back of them, what am I going to put? In the South back region, since I want to force them to try to use Treya, let's get those beautiful Geonosians down. That's right. Geonosians are going into the back line. Why? Because I want them to have something. They won't have Treya to use when they go in the back line to face my Geonosians. So we'll put the Geonosians there. You can see I got Sunfac and Soldier 12. I'm working on. I could take Brood to 12 right now, but I'm trying to see. I'm on standby for stuff. So yeah. So this is the strategy. I'm trying to force them to use teams up front with the teams I have on defense. There's method to the madness. So that they have to either make a decision on Treya's, and if they do use Treya's, like, okay, what do I do about Geonosians? So there we go. So far we got Darth Revan up top. We got the Night Sisters up front. We've got Geonosians in the back. That's kind of our strategy. Now, I want to put the South. I want to make it a little bit more difficult too. So we're going to put Bounty Hunters up front as well. My Bounty Hunters are stupid, and I love them, and they are a pain in the ass. And again, I want to force them to use a really good team, and they're going to have to against my Bounty Hunters. So we got Jingle lead with Boss. You can see my Boss is Gear 13. His speed is 334? 333 with Jingle lead. Let me look. Let me look here. 333. So he's going to force them to do... Is going to force them to have to use another really solid team up there, right? So... another question from Chaos. This question is that providing they don't have Jawas, and what gear level for Jawas do I would need to worry about? Unless they're like gear 11 with crazy stuff, or 12, yeah, but that's not going to work. We've seen how that just doesn't happen. So we're going to set that team down there with the Night Sisters. There we go. That's a nasty front wall, and they'll have to get through that there. So what do I want to put up top there with Darth Revan? We got a few options. The options that I'm thinking about is we're going to put the Karth team. I love the Old Republic team on defense. It works out really well. So we're going to do that. We're going to do the Karth. You can see I've got him Zeta 12, Mission, Zalbar, Juhani, and Canderous. There you go. This team's really nasty. It can be beaten by a lot of things, but again, I'm trying to force the issue on some of this stuff. So we'll use that. It's with Darth Revan. There you go. The other team that I'm going to put in the South as a pain in the ass team is because I'm going to put a little bit lesser up north, but I really want to make the South as difficult as possible. So we're going to put our Grievous team. So we're going to go with our Gear 13 Grievous on defense as well. So we'll go find the Separatists. And we're going to put Grievous with the Zeta, B1 with the Zeta, B2 with the Zeta, and Jordica. This team always gets me a ton of holds on defense in the back line, so that's what we're going to do. We'll put this team in the back there. So that's a nasty little south wall we've created there. We've got the Night Sisters, the Bounty Hunters, Grievous, and the Geonosians. Now, typically you would see we always put First Order up front, but now that I'm having them trying to blow through all these teams, we're going to put our other two teams that we like to use on defense in the back line behind Darth Revan. Not as strong, but getting through all that other crap is going to try to make them stronger. Because I always put First Order up front before guys. But I'm going to put them in the back line. So let's put a First Order team down. Some people like them on offense. I like First Order on defense, just the way it is. So we'll put our First Order team down on defense in the back line behind Darth Revan this time. Yeah, so I told you guys I'm mixing up a little bit. And the last team we're going to put the Kira Prepare team down as well. It's a great team on defense. I love it. It works so well. I got a lot of holes on defense with this. So we're going to go Scoundrel.
Preparation H team.
The Preparation H team indeed. So Kira, Vandor, L3, Young Lando, Young Han. It's a nasty team. You could go a different rate. You can go Stormtrooper Han with Young Lando if you wanted to. There's a lot of ways you can run it. I like to prepare team straight up. The prepares falling around, especially as hitting everybody. It just makes L3 more of a pain in the ass. It makes Han hit hard. It's just nasty.
Yeah, I do a more offensive version of that one. Instead of young Han and young Lando, I do OG Han and Chewie. That makes it a massive pain for the people that I end up facing. So.
All right, so you can see what we've got here. Slash Road question: are people getting buys in GAC? I was told that's why the leaders are so far ahead of the rest. Yeah. So one of the things that was brought up in Operation Metaverse, I don't know if you're aware of this, Tits or Finn, that if they don't put anything on defense or anything like that, then you get all the banners from the zones, and then you get the 1,000 for the victory, and then you just win. So that's been happening. So yeah. I know, boss. Yeah, the boss bug.
Yeah, but that doesn't. No, but I think that's something different.
What?
Because I think what he's asking right now, there's somebody with 1952 banners.
It could be the case. I mean,
so how did they get 1952? There's no way you can give them the full points because defense phase is still open, right? So
yeah,
you can't
let me think about that. Or maybe they didn't have a person in their...
That's what he's saying, I think, with the buy. But
oh, yeah. So if you don't have enough people, like to say there's 7 instead of 8.
Points maybe for the round, but that's weird.
I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm just speculating.
That has to pop up at some point, right? Because you have to have some multiple of 8 otherwise.
Yeah.
In order to get the exact matchup. So there might be an issue of somebody getting a buy or something. I mean, you figured they would have to, but it's an interesting question. I don't know.
I don't know. I think that's what's happening. That there's buys. They talked about it on Operation Metaverse last night. I thought if it's just the jump, you bring an opponent. I think they just literally don't have an opponent, so they just get the full, 720 on defense, 720 on offense, and then the 1,000 for the victory. I think, or whatever it is, right, for the zones.
Yeah.
So that could be why it is, and they just haven't got the 1,000 yet. So, they said it was something not to worry about. That there's no cheating going on. It could be, but I mean,
that's not the problem, right? Here's going to be the problem, and we had this discussion after the first GAC. The rankings once you reach a division are completely meaningless.
Yeah, pretty much.
That you're better or not, right? It just means you got lucky and got full maxed out points potentially against or for getting a bye, or somebody didn't play defense and you get full maxed out points. So the fact that you're in the top 10, yeah, you can go woohoo and say anything you want because you're in the top 10, but really it's kind of meaningless because you can accumulate points however the hell you want.
Yeah.
If you're getting into the leagues is probably more important than anything else.
Okay, Devil Church says, yeah, CG has a post confirmed they get points for the bye right away. Okay. Mm-hmm. And then someone said it's from Division 3 and Division 8 have some of this going on.
Division 1 has a 1952.
Yeah, it could be. Could have ran into something and didn't have enough people. So, cut of the deal. So, yeah, you guys can see that this is the defense that we have. We'll keep an eye on that, guy. Keep an eye on that for you guys. But you can kind of see this. I mixed it up a little bit. I used to put first order up front, but I'm going to put it in the back. So, as a team that's a pain in the ass to deal with. But we got our Darth Revan. We've got Karth on the top. We got Kira in first order in the back. If they can get through our Darth Revan, well, then they still have a little ways to go. The South is...
By the time they get to your back line, they already used their JTR and the counters for the 2 teams back there already.
Yeah, this is why I'm doing it. Karth, a lot of times you see either Palpatine or JTR as a counter. Same thing with Bounty Hunters. Bounty Hunters, I'm forcing them to try to use CLS. If they try to use JTR, unless they use like GR or something. But again, as I'm forcing these players to use these high-level counters, it makes my backline even stronger with the Geonosian, especially with Grievous sitting there, with Kira and with First Order. That's not. I mean, they're decked out. They're decked out with mods. All my teams are, and they've got the right speed combinations on the right mods. So it's going to be a pain in the ass to deal with. This still with this defensive setup. What does that still leave me? Jedi Knight Revan. It still leaves me Padme. It still leaves me Treya, it leaves me CLS, it leaves me my Imperial Troopers, it leaves me my Emperor Palpatine team. I got a whole bunch of things that I can use for offense. That's really, really nice. So I've got enough firepower to easily beat anything that they can put down on defense. Even if they put Darth Revan on defense, I've still got my Padme team, which does very, very well against it. I can go Jedi Knight Revan if I wanted to. So we've got some options here for anything that they might throw down. We've got enough firepower on offense to really kick some ass. So if you guys have questions about anything that we're doing here, this is kind of the new setup I'm going with for defense. I won't change this much. That's kind of the mentality. I want to try to make them to use Trey against the Night Sisters or Padme or something on the front line, so that when they get to the back line, they see Grievous and the Geonosians are like, oh my god, what in the hell is this? So this is kind of the mentality. I don't think that they're going to get... They could still beat my Darth Revan. There's counters to everything, but I looked and scouted out, especially my opponent. I don't see it happening. I'm going to be really, really... If he beats me... He beats my Darth Revan team. I looked at his team and I'm going to be like, there's some shenanigans going on here. So, I do have clones. However, they haven't fully geared them. They're gear 10, except for Rex, who's gear 12. So I need to put a little gear on them, Chaos. I am not using them quite yet for offense or anything until I get some more of the reworks. Well, we told you, Algie, that we were going to be doing this. So, I'm sorry you didn't get the YouTube bleep, but then again, it's YouTube.
So, Discord and everything.
Yeah. Then as I said, I'm not going to change this so you guys can see how it works. Mikhail says, left, this is my exact defense, and there you go. It's a solid defense. I think this is what you... And when we talk about depth of roster, right? When we talk about having the depth of roster, so you can have some of these teams on defense that you still have a lot of firepower and offense, and you can mix and match, right? I mean, the thing I was thinking about doing was putting Padme down and keeping Revan for offense. But then looking at my opponents, I was like, well, my Revan's better than everybody in my entire 8-team division. It'd be kind of silly not to put him down there. If they can't beat my Darth Revan, then, I win. Because I can go through and clear and do what I need to do. So, but we'll see what happens. I know a lot of people are focusing more on offense, and that's one of the things too. I can do this because I have the depth of teams. I know some of you out there don't. Focus on offense, guys. The feats are designed for offense. Get your offensive banners. If you win, great. If you don't, it happens. But at least get some of those feats done. Devil's Treasure. What is your Darth Revan counter, Ranger? Padme or Jedi Knight Revan? Usually I go with Jedi Knight Revan. But depends on... I'll see what they've got. Sometimes I'll mix it up and go... Both my Padme and my Jedi Knight Revan can beat a lot of Darth Revans out there. So it just depends. I like to see what they've got on the line. I'll clear a zone and see what I've got total. I'll mix and match it. They're Devil's Treasure. Shane Cooks is like saying first order for offense these days. I like it on defense, especially in the back line. I mean, some people like it for offense, but for Karth, I use Palpatine. Wrecks the crap out of it. So not too worried about that. Jacka says, what if I only have offense? Yeah, just focus on offense, Jay. Rayrock says, I stayed in the RC pays. Thus, I just clicked refresh for the stream. Well, there you go. Yeah, it is a good Malak, but the team that I use for my Malak cleanup is I'll use Rogue One with IPD. It's worked. You can go back and watch all the GACs I've done. I go in there with them with IPD and just go blow them up. So, I mean, you can use First Order for Malak cleanup. I don't need it for that, so, yeah. All right, if you have any other questions, guys, put it in there. But everybody's GAC is going to be different in the sense of what you have available, what you can use, thinking about counters, things of that nature. So this is typically a standard team that I've been using for a long time, the setup. So we've mixed and matched some teams here and there to put down on stuff. For Ewoks, typically I just nest the size. If they're going to put Ewoks on defense, they're going to get nest.
So that's actually something I've been thinking about, right? Which is a lot of people just go solo nest against the Ewoks, but nest can lose against the Ewoks if you are able to get a strong damage on Wicket. So I've been curious about Gear 13 Wicket and just loading him up with crit damage to see whether or not I can put him on defense and somebody goes in with the nest and just gets their face melted by Wicket one-shotting nest.
It could happen. I haven't seen it happen with my Gear.
Because most people don't bother with Wicket, right? He's not going to be your top damage dealer. But if you put like Han Solo mods on on Wicket, he might be able to do like a ton of damage against Nest when you.
It's possible. Some people are going really tanky and defense and tenacious with Nest.
Which doesn't really matter, right? With
Gear
Wicket,
13 Nest, you don't have any worries. She's gonna just, oh Lord, I've seen Gear 13 Nest, and that's like, sweet baby Jesus, that's so wrong.
It's still not the most wanted one, but it is kind of curious.
It is, yeah. So, you had a question. What do you think of those gear packs for 690 crystals? I haven't looked at it yet. I'll have to go look. We'll go look here in a second. Okay, someday in the new. Oh, okay.
Guys later.
All right, Grim, have a good one, my friend. Chaos 13 just donated $9.99. It said all day stream, LOL. Now, well, we are streaming all day, but after this, Finn, McVenom, what are you guys up to?
Finn built some decks, and we're gonna check them out.
Oh shit!
We're gonna check out my decks on stream.
Oh, whip out your. He's going to whip out the deck, and McVenom is going to look at it.
Yeah, well, they're pauper decks, so pretty poor.
She's
decks,
going to.
Hey, don't be insulting my decks.
Oh, they're scrub decks.
So we got Magic the Gathering for you guys. So they'll be doing that for a little bit. We got the big stream tonight. Yeah, we got a lot of kinds of stuff. Okay, someday in the near future, I'll have a full 18 defense at a respectable. Man, you're getting them, Mercedes. I mean, I've seen your count. It's pretty good. So you're right there if you're not there already, brother. Oh, God. Rooster says... all right, McVenom, can you answer this? I'm getting this all the time now.
Talking about the cross-stitch
Yes,
thing?
please,
Yeah.
God, say something.
No, I'm actually going to not. I'm going to let it be a surprise when it comes. But soon TM.
Soon TM, okay.
That way. It's going to keep coming, I know. Like, I don't know what they're going to do whenever it finally gets there to them, and then they have nothing to rag me about. They'll just
It's just become an RSG thing now, because Rooster, I don't think, has a cross stitch coming.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, half of the people that are asking about it don't have one coming.
But they want to know, because now they want to see it.
Yeah.
I know. I'm going to, yeah. Well, there will be a thing. There'll be a thing. Just soon TM, there'll be a thing.
Soon TM.
The fourth Akagi says, McVenom, don't forget that Pokemon Masters drops tomorrow.
I know. I heard. I know. I need to look at that, actually. We were talking about that earlier.
Chaos 13 question. Outside the Maliks and Revens, who are the top, 5 Gear 13s? There's a lot of
Daka?
Daka, Kenobi, R2, Han, Chewie. Those are 5 that immediately pop into my brain. I mean, there's a lot that are really good.
And then you can always go the speed ones, right? Jedi Knight, Revan.
Bosk, yeah, stuff like that.
Yep. Stark.
Stark is good.
It's weird, right? I know, but it's not going to be your primary one. It is a good Gear 13 on Stark.
Jaka, Nest on defense. How do you run her again if you use her on D? As you know, desperately need some D team ideas. You save her for cleanup. So you can run her in 2 places. You can run her into Kira, or you can run her into the Bounty Hunters to get the bonuses. Like if you run her like a Jango lead, I've seen that because she does help with the AoE, things of that nature. She's really nasty there. She gets a plus 30 speed. So if you have a fast nest, she's really nasty. Under Kira, she gets all the benefits from Kira. It's really nasty on a Kira stall team. That's where I've seen it used the most.
Yeah, slow, not necessarily slow, but tanky, tenacity based is better on Kira. Fast Nest is better on Jango.
Yep, there you go. If you're using I run her with like a farm boy Luke, but I don't even do that sometimes.
We have to Zeta in.
I know, but you can run her. You can run her solo against Phoenix, against the Ewoks, against Rogue One. I mean, good lord. All right, we'll round out the stream. So that's the defense. If you have any questions about that, we and Archie, we will answer your questions. Feel free to send me screenshots. I do it all the time of what you're thinking about, things of that nature. We help with your GAC and stuff like that. So yeah, let's go look at these crystal packs real quick, and then I will get off the stream so McVenom and Finn can go do Magic the Gathering. All right, let's go look here. Crystal. 690 special gear pack.
Crystal, I made you out of clay.
So let's see. I actually think this is a pretty good deal. What is Corbante's? So it's usually 1,400 for a full piece. And what is it? 700 for 25, if I'm not mistaken, Finn.
Yeah, the only reason
So
I
this is
don't like
less.
the Carbonte one is because you can pretty much get a full piece every week.
You can, but if you need,
It's a good price for the conversion, right? For the actual price of it,
Yeah.
it's a good price.
yeah.
But I don't buy Carbontes for crystals.
I've bought some of the other gear that's been in there for those.
Yeah,
kind of
they added
prices.
like the black eyeballs last week for.
Oh
something
yeah, I
similar.
got those. You kidding me?
And that was great. Like these are actually good packs. Now, keep in mind something though. Usually, if they introduce something with a value this good, which is better than what is in the store, chances are they're trying to drain you of your crystals for something coming.
Oh yeah, I'm not letting that happen.
Right? So be cautious about buying some of these packs.
Stay woke, people.
God. That's right. Stay woke. So
Science.
be careful about this pack in particular. I would probably just wait on the Carbonte one.
Yeah.
Because this one does seem like just a crystal drain, and you get a full one every week. From
A
your
full
shop.
one, yeah, with 3
Right,
days.
because you get it 3 times, and you can get about 20 of them pretty easily.
Yeah, on average you take about 20, so just over a Carbonte a week. Plus you get the raids and other stuff. I mean, so certain of the
I
rare
would not-
pieces like the black
Good value,
eyeballs.
I wouldn't buy it.
Yeah, it's good value, but yeah, unless you just
It feels like a trap.
yeah,
I'm just saying.
as a
It feels
trap.
like
Jack says, thanks, Ranger. Anyone best to just buy Kairos? Hate them. Seem impossible to farm. I've done it for Pabby, but took forever. I always do it like this. I always farm 25 and then use 700 crystals to finish them out. So I'm not going full 1,400. Because I always have excess energy, so you took the whole game as a trap. It's a trap, yeah.
No, you're playing, so you're already caught. So
Yeah.
now the question is, how much do you get trapped?
That's right. So, all right. So our defensive team is set for GAC. We're not going to do it tonight. We're going to try to do more night GACs for you guys, so more people can watch. I will tomorrow do my battles tomorrow afternoon. However, after that, we'll try to do them at night, right? So we can just do the battles. Again, we do this for GAC. I'm just doing it to have fun with you guys, talk about the counters, things of that nature. If I win, great. If I don't win, I don't care. I've won almost all my GACs. I've lost in the finals a couple times, but I mean, for the most part, I win. But it's not. I'd rather you guys get better, and if I can make mistakes, so you guys can see what not to do or show you what does work and stuff, then, yeah. So, all right. If you guys have any questions, again, message me or anybody in the RC crew. Your questions for GAC, we'll be more than glad to help. With that, we're going to switch over. What time are you guys starting your Magic stuff?
Pretty soon.
Pretty soon?
Like
Soon?
next 5 minutes,
Okay.
I think. Right, Finn?
Yeah, we just need to make sure your screen is set up. That's pretty much it.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we're going to go do some Magic the Gathering. Get your GACs in. Good luck to everybody in your GAC. Again, join our Discord. Find me, find Finn. Doesn't matter. Message us. We're here to help. And with that, we're going to sign off. Thank you guys for hanging out with us today. I hope this guys gave you some insightful information about what our ideas are in GAC, things of that nature. We'll see how it plays out. With that, we're going to sign off. Hit the thumbs up. Yada, yada, yada. Check out our Patreon, blah, blah, blah. And with that, we are going to say goodbye. So make sure you switch over to Twitch. We have Twitch, right? You guys are doing this on Twitch, Magic the Gathering. So if you guys want some more
Not
RC...
Twitch Magic the Gathering. Twitch/Reality Skewed Gamers.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's linked down below. You can find the Twitch. But join there for some awesome fun with McVenom and Finn. And yeah, there we go. So have a good one, and we'll catch you on the flip side.